Now let's talk about both of their favorite player, Sanju Samson. With his spot in the ODI squad, not guaranteed at the moment, Sanju Samson is hurting his own chances due to inconsistent performances in white ball formats. Not that he's looked out of form, but anyone in his position can't afford to return with 3 failures in a row. Samson, who had scored an eye-catching third ODI half-century in the final ODI less than 2 weeks ago, he had he's in fact scored just 32 runs at an average. This is in the T20Is at a strike rate of 114.28, average of 10.66. Samson hit a couple of boundaries during the last T20I as well. It was a 9-ball stay, but once again played an ordinary shot to gift his wicket to the opposition. And this happened right after the halfway mark. Samson was looking at guiding Romario's shepherd delivery towards the third-man region. In process, the right-handed batter edged it to the wicket-keeper behind the stumps, Nicholas Pooran, and got out. And with that, has once again put us back to square one about whether Sanju Samson should be in that squad to the World Cup. Has the time run out for Sanju Samson? Both of them are shaking their heads, and I know till 2 days back, Jamie really was drilling this down our throats that look, he has an average, ODI average of over 50 plus. He should be in the ODIs. But Jamie, I keep coming back to the same point. Sanju Samson had to be more consistent. He had to score that 100. You know, I read this somewhere, and then I was looking at Mahendra Singh Dhoni's numbers. In his 5th ODI innings, Mahendra Singh Dhoni scored 140 plus against Pakistan and never looked back. You've got to play that kind of an innings where the world just stands up, takes notice of you and says, wow, he's such a talented player, he needs to be given a long rope. Sanju Samson just hasn't done it. Unfortunately, his time has run out.
Look, T20s, that he should not have been playing these 5 T20I matches. I've said it before. Again, he probably played them because they sort of thought with each passing match, let's give him one more chance. Maybe he'll get something, you know, but they were barking up the wrong tree. Ishan Kishan should have played all 5 matches as the keeper batsman. They were entirely wasting their time by putting Sanju Samson up in these 5 matches. Did not bat in 2 matches. Again, like we keep talking about, you need to be grabbing your chances. And in now 20, 21, 22 T20Is, across a very scattered, checkered career, he's not done anything of note in the T20I format. There was one innings that came a year ago, I think, against Ireland, a 70-odd. That is not good enough to hold your place down. He should not have been given these 5 matches. You should have taken the call after his first failure, maximum second failure. Why Ishan Kishan went out and this guy was made to keep, it's beyond my thinking. I still believe he had a role to play in one days. But again, these 2 formats, while similar, the selection overlaps. You did not grab your chances. Now I don't see any way you can justify him being in the World Cup squad.
You know, being a Sanju Samson fan is like being an RCB fan. It's just so frustrating, right? It's so disappointing. You want to support your team just like you want to support Sanju Samson, but he does not give you reasons, big enough, strong enough reason to say, you know what, I can be part of that squad, Chetan. And which is what has happened yet again. He's been given the opportunities, and like Jamie said, maybe T20Is wasn't the right format. You should have tried him in ODIs, which they did. But, you know, again, last 2 ODIs, one he scored a 50, one he failed. Overall, though, he's not done enough to just, you know, look at the difference. Look at the difference between him and Tilak Varma and what Tilak Varma has done in the chances that he's been given.
I mean, the RCB comparison made me laugh because, you know, for all their poor decision making, I mean, they still give their fans something to cheer about. I mean, there's still something there. I mean, I believe RCB fans are to be cherished. They are the most passionate fans in Indian cricket in that particular sense. When it comes to IPL, of course, to you know, support your team the way they do for 16 years without having really won a trophy, you know, it takes a form of bravado, really. Sanju Samson fans, that's just a vibe because that's a trend, right? That's a social media trend. Virat Kohli having fans, Rohit Sharma having fans, I understand. Even Rishabh Pant having fans, I understand. They've done something. They've achieved something. What has Sanju Samson done? If you say I'm a fan of Sanju Samson more than any other Indian cricketer, you're just wasting your time. You're literally wasting your time. Stop watching cricket. It is not for you. This sport is not for you. Just stop watching cricket. You're just wasting your time. Now, let's not even talk about what MS Dhoni does. I mean, that's an insult to MS Dhoni, the cricketer. If you compare what he did in his fifth ODI and we are saying, oh, Sanju Samson should be that parameter. No, his parameter is Tilak Verma. Let's not even involve MS Dhoni. And let me also, I hope Jamie doesn't mind because he knows what happened on Friday on another show. And I have spent the entire weekend analyzing Sanju Samson's ODI stats. He is a stat padder. Let me just be very, very upfront about it. He is a stat padder. Let me count those innings for you. He scored 46 against Sri Lanka at Colombo, batting at number 3. He got out trying to hit a 6. That was the India B team because the India A team was in England playing the Test series. He should have scored more runs there, cemented his spot, just like in the West Indies, scoring that half century. But no, hitting more sixes was important. He scored 54 against West Indies. He was run out, but the match was in an impossible position. Shardul Thakur and Akshar Patel won that match for India. He scored 43 not out against Zimbabwe. I'm not going to count it. 43 not out, good. His average increased. 86 not out against South Africa. India lost that match. You want to count it? Great. Again, his average increased. Then 30 not out against South Africa again. But India won that match because Shreyas Iyer scored 100. Ishan Kishan scored 93. And he scored 30 not out just to increase his average. You take out the 51 he scored against West Indies. You take out these not outs. His average falls below 30 in ODI cricket. A strike rate of less than 70. He's a stat padder in ODI cricket. Does not deserve a chance. Like I said before the show started, he's wasting your time. He's wasting Jamie's time. He's wasting my time. If you're a Sanju Samson fan, stop wasting your time.
He's totally wasted your time, given that you were taking out all these stats on the weekend.
Because it just made me so angry. Because this guy, I was on tour in 2014 when this guy was part of the Indian team squad. If you're on the fringes, you break down that door of selection. You score runs, and you score runs, and you score runs. Sarfaraz Khan at least scores those runs. He's scoring 1,000 runs a Ranji season.
No, it's the same thing.
That's your comparison. When has Sanju Samson scored 1,000 runs in a Ranji season? Broken that door down. Just because justice for Sanju Samson is trending on social media, you don't pick him for the World Cup.